Check 2.
It looks good from there, but I don't know what that means.
All right. Scott's birthday to Where is Funk?
Oh, you guys there? Can you hear us? Can you see us and hear us? We're going to wait to see what you guys say about that. Happy birthday. Thank you, Randy, excuse me. Sandy, hello. How are you? You guys let me know if you can hear us okay, please, and see us.
Candy says you are live.
All right.
Yes, we were.
Candy, are we good, though?
Okay, so, hey to Sandy, Randy, Big J, Rose, Chewy, Fish Tank Barn, Lori.
Wait a minute.
What?
She jumped the gun. I know we're saying they're live.
Well, Candy said audio and video is good.
Sounds good. Hi, everyone. Okay, good. I'm telling you, I'm even directly connected to the internet right now.
Echoes. Well, that's good.
Do you have your... Me?
Is good because your
no, there's no
sounds
speaker right there, but let me try. Do you still hear an echo? It says audio and video good.
Good. That's all we want.
Do we really have echo?
Sorry, Bob.
Oh, Bob.
Oh. Wow.
That's terrible, Bob, because I freak out. Like, I have to be prepared, and if I feel like I'm out of control, it drives me nuts. Honestly. True? True. So
Jeremiah says, happy 71st birthday, Scott.
24 on. Thank you for hitting the like. All right, now we can get ready.
Okay.
Hi, guys. How's everyone out there? It's been a long time. I'm Scott.
And Liz.
King, Queen, Cichlids. And we are getting worse. We're getting worse than better at doing these live feeds. And
you would think the longer we do it, the better we get, but
I think it's the gap in between weeks that's making it harder for us.
It could be that, or it could be just the stupid internet screwing us up in the beginning.
What was that? Rose Aquatic. Sorry, I haven't been active on YouTube in a while. I've been having a hard time lately. I've suffered from depression. Unfortunately, sometimes fade away in silence from time to time. Yeah. Liz can certainly speak to stuff like that.
I am so sorry to hear that. Absolutely. I have struggled with manic depression all my life. And I, too, go into a cave for a while, and I don't talk to people. I don't let the outside world even know I'm around.
Right.
So, but, you know, we are all here to support each other.
That's correct. So, and... You know, I've done a video myself. I don't necessarily have depression, but I have moments where I'm very upset or stuff at work and stuff. And so, again, the fish room is such a release for me to kind of breathe in, breathe out, and feel better about myself and my surroundings. So,
absolutely,
we are family. So, if there's anything we can do with you and your depression, please let us know. We take that very seriously. Mm-hmm. Hello, guys. Not Nola Jane, Select Pet, Chevy Fish, Chevy
Fish.
Thank you.
Young Fish Aquatics.
Yep.
Daryl Deemer. Thank you, Mike from the Fish Tank Barn, for the $4.99 happy birthday super chat for Mr. McLaughlin, who is not 64. He is not 71. You are all way off base.
I'm 100.
And you look fantastic.
Oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Thank you for all the happy birthdays I've received on YouTube and on Facebook. I greatly appreciate it.
I mean, you must have gotten over 100 between the my page, King and Queen Cichlids, and your page of people wishing you happy birthday.
I had 200 alone. I had 200 alone, so yeah, that was nice. So I appreciate that. Go ahead.
Hey, Tom.
Tom's in the house. Hey, Tom Galooly. Hope you're doing well.
A 4-letter word.
All right, so before we get too far into our live feed, we're going to remind everyone that this is PG-17 and higher.
Yep, so store your children in the overhead position. There may be cuss words, there may be adult content, and there is definitely going to be wine.
And alcoholic beverages. So, speaking of which...
Mama needs a drink.
Yeah, if you guys super chat me. Is that it's been so long. You guys super chat me. And if you want something to go to Lynn and her, Liz.
Who's Lynn? Liz and her wine.
And I promise you, I haven't even drank any alcohol.
Not in a week.
make sure that you notify us that you'd like it to go to her wine fund, because Liz likes to go out
and get wine
and go to these different wineries and places and find new wines.
I'm looking forward to the spring and the warmer weather where we can start doing that again, going to the outdoor festivals with the wineries and different things.
Hey, Chris, Multi-Tank Addiction. Actually, I did not miss the fun of you moving your 300.
Uh-huh.
I just didn't let you know I was lurking. I was watching while I was setting up for this live stream. So you did a lot of work today. You guys missed it. Definitely go check out Multi-Tank Addiction's live stream from today. He's updating his fish room. Chris, you have to tell me, I think one of the tanks you said you put some hot water in or something. So I don't know if you shut down at that point or not. But I couldn't watch it all, but I did watch some of it. I'm always supporting you, Chris, whether you know it or not.
He's always lurking somewhere.
Yeah.
Chevy Lynn, uh-oh.
Ultimate Fish Keeping Show. Good evening, Scott and Liz. Good evening to
Hello.
you. Hello, Rumble's Fish Room. How are you doing? 40 people on. Thank you so much, guys. We'll kind of get going here.
Loved the snow pic. I love that pic.
What snow pic?
The happy birthday pic I posted for you.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the 1 minute it snowed in York this year.
Yeah. We had just come out of the movies when you took that picture.
Yep.
And it was,
That was our double feature day.
Was it our double feature day?
I can't remember.
We do so much. As you guys know, this live stream will start with stuff that's just randomly not about fish, and then eventually towards the end of the 30-minute mark, we'll probably just throw in all the fish stuff that we can. So bear with us, guys. We are people. We love to know more about you, and we hope that you guys want to know more about us. So last time we talked was the Saturday before Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. Before we get started, what wine do you have? I forgot to give you that.
So real quick, from the Be Kind Winery, it is the Cranberry Blush.
Nice.
How old is Scott? I'll never tell.
I am 1968, 52 years old. I'm not ashamed to say I'm 52. I feel great. I feel good. I think I look pretty decent to be 52. I have a beautiful wife. I mean, I am robbing the cradle.
That's me, not Lynn.
I am robbing the cradle. You are 11 years?
I am 10 years younger than you. I'm 10 years in like 4 months.
Yeah.
Because I'll be in like a couple of months.
Daniel Keeping Fish, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it must be late in your time frame. Chris, I ran hot water in the 300 for about 25% and filled the rest
with warm water to finish at correct temperature.
Where do you see warm water at?
Right there where he was in the next sentence.
But it says in 25% and filled
the rest of the way with warm water.
So you put an S where A
Well,
is.
because I knew that's what he meant to say. So Rose asks, my husband decided to get Cichlids for the 120 gallon. Any suggestions? Something big and fabulous.
Well, 120 normally means it's 4 foot long and a little taller than what your 90 gallon is. So is it a 4 foot tank or a 6 foot tank? Because that's a big difference.
If it's taller, Angels or Discus or something like that would be lovely in it.
Let's find out what it is first before we give out suggestions.
All right, 52 and fabulous.
That's right. 47 on. Hit that like button. I'm at 23. I need at least 20 more. 52 needs new glasses. I do need new glasses for sure because these guys right here, I get dollar glasses. Well, sometimes I get some fancy glasses from Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon loves to send him packages.
But I lose them, so I have like this Sanford and Son throwback glasses that I keep. So
Fish Room Fever says that's because Scott's got a huge wallet.
I don't know where that was going. All right.
Ultimate Fish Keeping Show. Like on the way to show my appreciation for you both and great content and hard work. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, again, last time we talked to you guys was the Saturday before Valentine's Day. I hope everyone had a wonderful Valentine's Day with that special person in your life. I certainly did.
Yes.
It wasn't Valentine's Day, but we went to a double feature, and we saw Birds of Prey and we saw Bad Boys. And
for life.
And you love Birds of Prey, is that right?
I did because I love random acts of comedy.
But it was not a comedy.
I thought it was a comedy. I felt it was a comedy and just a different take on a superhero movie. Well, or supervillain, however you want to portray that.
Right. I've loved, out of the two, Bad Boys Forever was my favorite.
Oh, I love that.
I found myself laughing. I found myself crying. I found myself, like, gripping my seat. Out of the three, it was the best, I thought, by far.
Out of the three?
Out of the three Bad Boys. It was the best one so far.
And not to do any spoilers, but yeah, there was a moment in there where I was like, oh.
Kent Fish, have you ever kept Lake Tanganyika fish? I know you kept South American fish. Kent, you need to check out my latest video on the Oriochromis tankanese, which is one of the largest cichlids from Lake Tanganyika.
Well, not only that, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You've kept shell dwellers.
I have kept shell dwellers, but I wouldn't count that because I didn't do it successfully because at some point I got frustrated and threw some big boys in the tank with the shell dwellers, and they, of course, disappeared. So, Lori, my husband got a 125-gallon tank for Valentine's Day so I can do discus. Since we have our Dovies, Jags, and Africans, we are actually thinking about doing Dovies too, if that's... Dovies.
I was going to say, aren't we already doing Dovies?
I got discus here, I have Dovies here, Dovies there. I promise you I haven't drank. I'm just having problems speaking, evidently.
So we have discussed discus, and they are beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've discussed it. That's as far as it's gotten right now.
52 on. Thank you so much for being here, guys. So, talked about the movies. You like Bird of Prey. Bird of Prey, if you don't know, is a Harley Quinn DC Comics Batman-based movie. Yeah. If you guys saw, and I'm going to forget all about it, what was the movie that originally came out with Will Smith in it?
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad was the birth of Harley Quinn getting her own movie.
But I'm super disappointed that there wasn't a Harley and Joker movie.
Oh, yeah.
I needed that for my heart to have a beautiful, romantically twisted Harley and Joker movie.
Yeah, but I heard behind the scenes that the guy that played the Joker was a real ass and really strange, so I don't think
Well, isn't that most actors in Hollywood?
No, I don't think so. Not when you're leaving dead rats as a gift, or...
Oh, he was doing that in preparation for the movie. I do remember reading something about that.
Yeah. So, anyway, back to us. It was my birthday weekend, and it was the best ever.
Whoop, whoop.
Thank you so much. Wine, etc. fun, or glasses. Thank you, Bob.
Glasses, Bob.
Let me say this about Bob. If you have not gone to his channel, definitely go to his channel. He keeps some of the same fish I do. And on top of that, please go to Susie Q Aquatics if you want to get an up-close, personable conversation with Bob. She did a live feed with him that I thought was fantastic. It's so nice to put a face with Bob and get to know him. And he had his cat on his shoulder, and it was
that was cute.
Yeah, I think Bob's just a great person, and it was really nice. So thank you, Q Aquatics, for getting him on your live stream. Don't know how you did it, but congratulations. I loved it.
So now real quick, Young Fish Aquatics has asked a couple of times on here, since my pike had passed away, what do you suggest now? I have a 75 with an Oscar and Jack. I would suggest leaving it at that for now. And just, I know they're grow outs, and but they'll play nice together, decorate it, aquascape it, play with it, have fun with that.
Oscars and the Jacks are both South American cichlids. If you wanted to throw something in, I would throw in maybe a green terror at the same size of the Oscar and Jack Dempsey. That would be my choice. Go ahead.
Sorry, Punch Paints. I always give dead rats for birthday gifts. Did you get your box yet?
All right, Pam. Don't be sending me that.
That cracks me up. Please do.
King and Queen Cichlids is Chris. What do you think about some angels in the 300? You're talking about along with your Amphilophus and some of your other bad boys. I've done it successfully.
Yeah.
With I have Oscars, pikes, but I'm going to tell you this: it was an overly crowded tank in my opinion, based on what I keep. Right. I had a lot of fish in there, so there wasn't a whole lot of going after other fish because everyone was staking claim to what was theirs, and it worked out for whatever reason. Right. So. Again, my birthday, we went to Baltimore, Maryland on my birthday. We went to the Inner Harbor. If you guys have never gone to Baltimore, Maryland, definitely check it out. We stayed at a really old, fancy hotel. It was called the Spring Hill Marriott.
The Spring Hill, yeah. And it originally, back in the very, very late 1800s, early 1900s, was a bank. And apparently, well, not apparently, but there was a huge fire in the early 1900s that took out most of Baltimore and, the blocks and the buildings. That was one that remained.
Yep.
And they eventually built the hotel on top of this bank.
Yeah, it's a very cool hotel. I like to travel, as you guys know. I like to go to different hotels, try different things. It's just, when it's my birthday, I like to just go away and try stuff. So it was a really cool place. 4-star, valet. They had, they took your car and all that stuff.
Yep, they gave you breakfast in the morning, a nice little spread.
Yeah, it was, but the place they said was haunted. Like they said, don't go to
the 11th
floor.
But if you notice, there was no 11th floor. It stopped at 10.
Oh,
so I kind of think the guy was playing with you.
Well, that son of a
but it had a lot of the original, like the ceiling. I know you took some pictures of it.
Yeah.
And the beautiful marble staircases and the railings. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Happy Phil, happy birthday, Scott. Quick update on my Jaguar. Spot is doing fantastic. Good. Took the turd a while to eat, but he's eating like a champ now. Thanks for your tip.
That's fantastic.
I love to hear stuff like that. Yay! I am so happy for you, Phil. The Jaguar is like literally one of my favorite cichlids, so I'm so glad that you're having a good experience. Bob, does Liz participate?
In what?
Not sure.
Does Liz participate? What were we discussing?
I have no idea.
I love this delay.
Anyway, well, we're talking. We're not really watching the stream. So, anyway, I had a fantastic birthday.
Good.
Actually, it started out really bad. We woke up and the tire was flat, like down to the rim. So we had to go get a new tire. I was not a happy camper. And the guy told us it was going to be 20 minutes. It turned out to be an hour and 47 minutes before we got a tire. So I got heated.
Not you.
And I actually got a free synthetic oil change and some other stuff because I was livid. But I thought it was, I could have filled it up and hoped that everything was going to be all right and drive all the way to Baltimore. But I was like, I'm not putting either of our lives at risk.
And you don't want to be stuck in Baltimore with a flat tire.
Well, we were in a nice section of Baltimore.
We were down in the harbor area, which is a nice section. But
but
just all the same, Rico. Oh God,
he's got to be there. Just leave him there. Okay. So
so that was hotels to try different things. Does Liz participate in hotels to try different things?
Oh, for sure.
I think he's being a little dirty with it.
I don't know, Bob. Are you being dirty? But
either way, yes.
Yeah, I think you like the traveling too.
I do.
I think you've traveled more in your life with me than you have.
Absolutely. I've never been anywhere before Scott and I were together. A few family places, but the different experiences that we have, the different buildings and hotels we try in the historic areas. I mean, I still remember when you took me to Alexandria in this historic district with cobblestone streets.
I love Alexandria.
mean, romance me to death.
I sure did. That was early in we took a cruise, not a cruise, but a
moonlight cruise on the little
slow danced on it was nice. Romantic. Anyway, we're getting we might be shutting this live stream down real soon.
Woo, it's getting hot in here.
Anyway, back to our story. Okay. We went to Baltimore, we went to the harbor, and we went to the National Aquarium, which is a great place to go to. I had a blast. It was the gift that I wanted to give myself because I hadn't been in maybe 2 years. We haven't gone since Jonathan Straczynski came.
Oh,
so remember when we took him? That was the last time we had gone. So it's been 2 or 3 years. And pretty much everything was the same except for your favorite tortoise, or turtle, 3-legged turtle that had been there for 20 years.
22 years, had passed away 2 weeks before we went, I think it was. And we were standing there, and I said, "Where's the 3-legged tortoise?" She always comes up, and they do a feeding show with her, and she's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And we were over at the Dolphins, and we overheard some people talking about her passing away. So of course, my big mouth, "Excuse me, what? What happened to the turtle?" And that was sad.
What's escalated quick, Johnny?
The whole Dirty Bob and the hotel thing. Dirty Bob.
Kit's Fish. I have a Parachromis, and he or she lived upside down at the top.
Oh.
He or she live up.
That is
he's
not
healthy,
normal.
but it's kind of weird that he's upside down. Just wondering if that's normal. That's not normal.
No.
Plus, you said Parachromis. There's 4 different species of Parachromis. So let me know which one it is. But
usually
regardless,
when they're upside down like that, is it bloat?
I don't know. But
Okay.
regardless, let us know what type of Parachromis you have, and we will try to help you out. Bro, I just got some juvies to grow out, but no more babies yet. I'm not sure what fish you guys are talking about. But anyway, 60 on. Please hit that like button. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Again, we went to the National Aquarium. We had a blast. I got lots and lots of footage while I was there. I brought 2 cameras and a new cell phone, which I'm trying to get used to because that thing is so sensitive. It's the new Samsung FA20 Galaxy something.
And you went from an Apple to a Samsung, which is
I went from a
huge
Samsung
difference.
to my Apple, then I went from an Apple back to a Samsung because I enjoyed Samsung's better. Leslie's Aquatics, I'm lurking at the moment, going to pick up dinner. I'm doing better. Storm, he's talking to Melvin. Chris, can you ask Liz how to sex my Oscars? I invented them today, just couldn't remember what was what. So, go ahead.
I did recently put up a photo on King and Queen Cichlids under a post of somebody else asking about venting. It's a difference in size with the male versus female, and I wish I could pull the picture up right now, but go to the King and Queen Cichlids and look for that photo. It shows you exactly how to tell what is the male and what is the female.
Yep. So I was taking a lot of footage. Liz started taking some footage with her phone, and I said, you know what, we need to have a competition of who can put together the best video. So hopefully you guys, I know you're chatting in there, but hopefully you guys are listening. Liz and I are going to put up a video that's going to have a video by her and a video by me. No commentary. It's just going to be our footage of the aquarium. You're not going to know whose is whose because we're not going to tell you whose is whose.
Right.
We're just going to upload it, and then we're going to have a poll, and we're going to want you guys to vote on which one is the best. Trust me when I say there's a lot at stake with this one, guys. So vote right. But we try to have fun as a couple, and we always, I'm very competitive, and I was just like, I bet your video can't be as good as mine. And
well, and unfortunately, I started late in the video competition. I wish I could have gotten some of the earlier footage before we decided to have a competition, but I think I picked out what I want to use in my video today.
Yeah.
And decided, kind of how I want to piece it together.
Yeah. And unfortunately for me, both of my cameras' batteries went dead towards the end of the day.
Which was a benefit for me.
So she got some footage that I wasn't able to get. But we're going to just have some fun.
No spoilers, and let you all vote.
Yeah, absolutely. So Daniel says, fun idea. Great. I hope you guys will check it out and definitely vote. And we'll let you guys know what's at stake a little later on once we figure out exactly what's at stake.
Well, there was something thrown out there that I thought was for both of us, but I was
but
wrong.
The new dog, I told her that if she won, she would get a new dog.
And when he said the winner gets a new dog, I thought he meant because he's always talked about boxers or something like that you might want to bring home something min pins specifically that you wanted.
Biggie Marsh, it's your birthday too, so happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Again, thank you so much, guys, for all the happy birthdays I received. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. It was one of the best birthdays of my lifetime, so it was a really good time. It started off shitty, but thank God by the time we got to Baltimore, and we were in the harbor. I guess the other thing, after the National Aquarium, we had a great time. It was just good. Was there a particular part that you liked the most? Was there a particular section
of the aquarium?
Yeah.
Well, my favorite part of the aquarium, well, number one, I do really like the jellyfish. I don't know why, but I like the jellyfish.
They're cool. They're abstract.
But my favorite part is the large South and Central American section.
You took it from me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
no,
that's both of it. We're always like, ooh, ah, ooh.
Yeah. So we got to what was called the Amazon rainforest section, something like that. And they, and people were kind of giving me hell about my arowanas and stuff. There was some big arowanas in there. I'm talking 4.5 foot long arowanas.
And
some pacus that are, they were so big. It was incredible. So that section in particular, I know I took a lot of footage. That was my favorite spot there. Again, if you are in the Baltimore area, definitely want to check out the National Aquarium. It's a great place. It's a little pricey. It was $40 a person for a ticket, which I think is pricey based on what we saw. But again, you made a great point that I think we are, because of our fish room and what we've seen. Go ahead with that.
We're a little not spoiled,
desensitized.
Like, I remember back in the day before the aquarium hobby, going to the aquarium and being like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, this is wonderful, wow. Now I go and I'm like, oh look, they were able to give this a home, give that a home, but it's nowhere near that feeling I had before keeping all these large fish.
Yeah. I think what's cool is to go in the aquarium and hear all the oohs and ahs of people being like, wow,
cool.
look at that.
And there was a school group in there.
Yeah, and I think it made me remember that, oh my gosh, because we have so much here in our fish room,
right,
that we have kind of not as excited to see fish as others. So it was a wake-up call for us. But it was for those people who say that they are not, the youth is not in the hobby or whatever. There are tons and tons of kids when we were there enjoying the National Aquarium. So there are kids that love fish and want to get involved in it. Go ahead.
Sorry, Alan said jaded. That is a good word for it too.
Yeah, that's
Jaded.
a great word for it. Absolutely. Alan who?
Your Uncle Alan. He said happy birthday.
Hey, Alan. Poseidon's here.
Or Karen. It could be Karen. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, jaded is a good word for it. But
should have went on Friday. They do the prices. Take a dive after 5. Well, we did go on Friday.
We did go on Friday.
Yeah.
After 5, they take a dive. And they're open on Fridays. I think they said till 9. So
something like that.
It was pretty cool. We had a great experience. Again, next week I'm hoping that we're going to have this contest together. And Liz is always pushing me to do videos where it's just music and capturing videos. So we're going to try that out with her and me and see how it goes. Again, we'll need your votes on which video is the best.
Right. In all honesty, I prefer those videos because I think they're soothing. I enjoy just seeing the fish and not really hearing anybody talk. I like the soft music. It's just kind of lulls me.
Yeah. All right, so...
Oh, it's Karen. Allen is watching XFL. Is that a football thing?
That's a football league, yeah. I was thinking about watching XFL again now that they've brought it back, so might have to go check it out. All right, so we're going to talk about what's in the fish room, and then we're going to talk about the last 2 videos that I've dropped. In the fish room right now, we have this dove-eye pair that has bred and has fried, this dove-eye pair that has bred and had fried, and then we got some fish in a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, and I haven't told you this, when I came in, one of the prize fish that I got was missing, and I found him back behind the tank on the floor. So I was heartbroken to find that this afternoon, and I'm going to have to call my buddy and let him know about it. So, guys, remember lids. Now, I have a lid on the tank, but there's maybe a quarter in the back and in the side where it could have possibly jumped out. So make sure you have lids on tanks, guys. I had been wanting this fish for a long time, and to find him on the floor dried up was quite the pisser.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, you're laughing. What's going on?
Oh, Karen's already voted for me. She's sad about Liz.
Come on, y'all can't see. That's why we're not putting any names on any videos, because we're going to say vote on 1 or 2, and you're not going to know who it is.
Yep.
I know some of you think you know my cinematography, but you're not going to know whose it is. So, talked about the fish room, so we're going to talk about last 2 videos. The last video I put out, last time we talked, I dropped one about Trimax and the flower horn. It did really well. Well over 1,100 views and counting at this point. You about to say something? It seems to me whenever I do something about large cichlids or monster fish, I get a lot of views. And when I do something different than that, oh, thank you, Bob. Thanks for being you. No, Bob. Thank you for being you, and I mean that quite honestly. You're the best. You, Candy. everyone that's in here, they're the absolute best. We appreciate you guys.
Girls gotta stick together. Thank you, Karen.
And thank you, Karen, for being on our next video that we're going to talk about. But as I always do, I like to do, I get comments from these videos and I want to bring them up and let you guys see them. So we're going to proceed forward. We still have good feed and everything's good.
Looks good. And Tom wants to know if you will speak on the species on the floor. If you would tell him.
I will not speak on it live. I'll be glad to tell you off camera. I just don't want the person who gave me the fish to be finding out the information live, if you know what I mean, Tom. I want to personally say, hey, this happened, and I apologize. So hope you understand that, Tom. I'm sure you do. So first question is from Bob, believe it or not. This is about my Trimax and flower horn. Very informative, Scott. Looking forward to the next live. Do the hustle. So Bob was the only one who could figure out what the opening music was of my video. It was Bob, and he's right. It was the hustle. So very good, Bob. Can you do the hustle, by the way? Let us know.
And please video it. Send it to King and Queen Cichlids.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take this off because it's covering some stuff up. Anybody killer. I agree with you. Flower horns are definitely more available than a Trimax. I have yet to see one in a year's time, but I see about 50 plus flower horns. And that's something that Mark De Niro said. He messaged me when I was talking to him, because I like to go to him about my videos and some information just to verify that what I'm saying is correct. I like to check, make sure what I'm putting on video is accurate. And he's like, he can get flower horns any day of the week, but he can't get Trimax, which just drives me freaking nuts, because Trimax are such a cool fish, and I think if more people could readily get them, they would. I mean, people are spending $500, $600, $700, $800, $900 on these flower horns. Crazy. And in my opinion, the Trimax is just as beautiful. Gets a knuckle hump. Now, not to the deformity of what flower horns have. I shouldn't say deformity, but breeders try to make the nuchal hump of the flower horn bigger and bigger, but I just think Trimax are incredible.
They're gorgeous
fish and a great substitution for a flower horn, plus a natural fish anyway.
So Bob says he invented the hustle, and Karen says she wants to see Saturday Night Fever moves, which we actually just watched again the other day.
Oh, I can do every John Travolta. Well, back in the day, every John Travolta move I could do.
I would love to see you doing that at the BFD this year. I say dance off.
But I'm much older and much plumper right now. Trust me, I am. That walk, we stayed at the hotel and we decided, because parking is so freaking expensive in Baltimore, we let the valet take our car, which was $38 a night. And then we walked I got a hotel that was in walking distance of the aquarium. It was only an 8-minute walk. But by the time I got there, I was like, oh my God, I'm tired. My legs were burning. I'm like, I got to get back in shape. This is ridiculous.
My biggest complaint about the walk was it was cold.
Yes.
It was so cold.
And you got the wrong coat. You got my coat.
I grabbed leather out of the closet, and it was Scott's leather. So I kind of looked like a dwarf in a big old coat.
Yeah. All right, Juan Fainty. I'm a hybrid breeder. Breed flower horns with red Texas, red mammoth with flower horn, etc. I like all fish. Hybrid, no hybrid fish. Flower horn are very nice fish to keep, very active and personal fish. I currently have a Jaguar cichlid and a green Texas hybrid. Wow. Very beautiful fish. The only thing I don't like about hybrid fish is deformed fish like short-body fish and fish with long fins and fish with deformities like the parrotfish. Besides that, I love all fish, hybrid and no hybrid. And everyone's, open to their own opinions.
And it's not that we don't like hybrids. There's been hybrids that have come through this door that we've loved.
Yeah, I mean, we had a flower horn for over a year and change that was given to us. It wasn't like we went out and got it.
No.
But one of our good friends, Anthony, was moving and wanted us to have it, knew it was going to go to a good home.
And we loved him.
And we raised it, and he won best of his class.
Yep,
and
bruiser.
We sold it. But we did call Anthony and said, hey, this guy wants to buy this fish. Are you all right with that? And do you want the money? And he was like, yes, you can sell it, and no, I don't want the money because you guys took care of it, which was really nice on his part.
So Rumball's Fish Room says in Australia you cannot get true Trimax cichlids.
Really?
Now, not even shipped? I mean, I'm sure it would cost a pretty penny.
Yeah.
But
That's interesting. All right, next question. Aquafunk, who unfortunately is not in the house. I'm sad to see Aquafunk's not here. I'm sure he's busy. In 2000, I ran a fish room at a local fish store, and we got them in, but they never sold unless it was to someone looking for it. So we stopped ordering them. I haven't seen them since.
Right.
So I think the problem is when these Trimax come in at where the store would keep them at, they're small, and you don't really get to appreciate the color that they're gonna, and the body shape, and just the beauty that they're gonna grow into. It's kind of like when you see African cichlids like peacocks, and they're small, and you don't know how they're gonna look, but you have the faith that, okay, you have a picture here, and this is what it's gonna look like in 6 months to a year.
Right. Now we were lucky. Well, we were lucky to have Lucky's Aquarium near us, where they kept big, beautiful fish, and a few times had big, beautiful Trimax.
Right.
But that's not your common store.
Right. 65 on, and Candy saying, "Can we get 10 more likes, please?" Thank you, Candy. Yes, can we get those likes? Certainly appreciate it. And Candy, of course, thank you so much for being here. And any other mod, I've kind of stopped, shouting out all the mods. I have a bunch of them, and I appreciate each and every one of them. The mods make this much easier for me to just do the stream. Now, I interrupted you.
Sorry, that's all right.
No, I interrupted you.
Rumball's Fish Room says they have very tight shipping laws in Australia, and Karen says that Australia has a white list of what is legal for them to get in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that stinks. That really stinks.
Candy, we are at 7:36. Is there a stream coming after us? Let us know, please. Vanessa, great video, Scott. I'm a lover of Trimax. They are such a beautiful looking fish. Amen, brother. They also pretty hard to come by in the UK. Oh my gosh. Maybe this is the problem. Australia can't get them. UK, United Kingdom can't get them. I was trying to get a pair for a long time with no success, but one day I came across a female at my local fish store, and I snapped her up straight away. I've had her for about a year. She's doing great. She's probably about 8 inches now. I haven't been able to find a male yet, unfortunately. Best wishes from the UK. What you got going on over there?
So Funk is here. Oops, I forgot what day it was. So Candy went and got Funk to remind him that, hey, weren't you supposed to be somewhere today?
I just shouted out one of your questions, Funk, so you missed the answer. You're going to have to hit the rewind button to get your answer. Bob, Scott, and Liz, I surprised myself by getting 3 baby platinum parrots. Really? King Kong and convict hybrids. Their faces are pinched but are short-bodied. I put them in the 180 South American cichlid tank. That's cool. That's cool, Bob. How are they doing? And have you put a video up of them yet? If so, I've missed it, and I will definitely check that video out. All right, next question. Funk, thank you so much for being here, brother. Love ya. Next question, John Larson. They're pretty, but I think the flowerhorn has more personality. What's your thoughts about that?
I disagree. I think flowerhorns may be more active at times, but I think that, like all large South and Central American cichlids, Trimax have amazing personalities.
I agree, and I think all fish have different personalities. I think the Amphilophus are probably one of the most personable fish cichlid species you'll ever find. So it just depends on what cichlid you get and what flowerhorn you get. I think flowerhorns are personable, but I think Amphilophus and Dovi are very personable too. So, thank you for the comment.
So Niels Gambino says no Trimax in Belgium either.
Wow, what is up, Neil Gambino? That is something. No wonder no one has these fish.
Right.
I'm starting to think maybe I should start scooping them up because...
Or like we should be flying over there and sneaking them in our bags.
Or I should just be promoting them more. Be Fishy. I think your Trimax is beautiful, but I love flowerhorn. I have 2 of them, and they're awesome. Great video, to each his own. Honestly, I love all fish.
Yeah.
And, hey, if you love flowerhorns, that's cool. We certainly are not bashing flowerhorns at all. I just want to make it clear that the flowerhorn is largely created out of the Trimax DNA. And if you like flowerhorns, there's a good chance you might like a Trimax, which is a true cichlid, and which you can get at a fraction of the price that most of these flower horns are selling.
But
So,
unfortunately, not everywhere. Where flower horns you can get, I believe, in all these other countries. Correct me if I'm wrong. Australia, Belgium, are flower horns available in your area?
yeah,
Versus the Trimac not being allowed.
that's crazy. Next, James Green. Thanks. I learned a great deal. The lineage of this species is fascinating. Well, thank you, Jim. I appreciate that comment. And again, just tap me if there's anything you want me to. Again, guys, if you're just getting here, we got 71 on, so we just gained like 20 people all of a sudden.
Well, Rob93 Aquatics just showed up. He's lurking
Rob,
and doing
my
water
boy.
changes.
What's up, Rob?
Candy must have went and gotten all the
She
mods.
must have- you guys pulled their ears and
Where
everything.
are you?
Thank you, Candy, for all you do to get everyone here. Rob, it's so good to see you, my brother. If you guys are just getting here, I'm going over our last two videos. We're taking comments from them. And if you just got here, we talked about my birthday and what we did. And I got to tell you guys, I forgot to do this.
No.
Look at what my baby got me. This is
And he
such
means me,
a
not Lynn.
cool. She got me so expensive too. Citizen watch. It is solar powered. It is fantastic. This is one of the watches I've always wanted. A lot of golfers wear these watches, like Tiger Woods, and a lot of people wear these. So I was floored when I got this. I was so happy. And
Nothing's too good for my baby.
Dude, and you're the absolute best. So thank you so much. And like I said, we ate at
Angie's Seafood.
oh my God, guys. So I'm sorry I'm getting off track, but hey, it's a live stream.
And it's seafood, so it's fish.
Again, it was my birthday, so I wanted to go to the aquarium. I had just a few things. I wanted to go to the aquarium. I wanted to go to a new hotel downtown. Just check. I like to go to different hotels, check them out, especially historic hotels.
Right.
I wanted cake and I wanted seafood. That was pretty much the list.
Yeah.
Well, there were some other things, but
this is not rated X.
But so I got all of that. Liz brought a cake. We had a great time, really great time. At this age, I'm not a person who likes to go out and party anymore with a bunch of people. I like to spend time with the person I love, keep it intimate, and it was just such a great time. But anyway, first thing I asked the lady at the hotel was, tell us where the best seafood place is. I had made reservations at Rusty Scupper. And when I told her that, she was like, you might want to try Miss Angie's Seafood. Oh, my God. She's like, I'm so good with Miss Angie that we can get you a complimentary trip to her place where you can eat there, or we can have the food delivered to you. And we were like, shoot, we just walked and we were tired. We're like, deliver the food to us.
Yeah.
You got crab cakes?
I got crab cakes. Yeah. We're in Baltimore. I'm going to get crab cakes.
I got their fisherman's fried platter, and I think I came away with a deal. Yours was $36 for two. Mine was $27.99, and I got fried fish, fried oysters, fried scallops, a crab cake, and a bunch of other stuff.
And I'm not big on fried food, though. I prefer the broiled or blackened.
But you sure ate my...
That fish was good.
And you ate my oysters, too.
Well, you weren't going to eat them, and I love oysters.
Anyway, if you guys, again, are in the Baltimore area, definitely check out Miss Angie's.
They deliver to your hotel room, which is fantastic.
The very best seafood I've had in a long time. And I'm sorry I'm not watching the chat, but... Well,
they're talking about... Funk and Rob were just chatting away when Candy came around and shamed him for not being there.
Thank you very much, Candy.
Lori, you're familiar with Angie's Seafood.
Oh, is she really?
Well, she's from the Baltimore area.
Awesome. So, Bob, you're saying what watch? This Citizen watch that Liz got me. I'll have to get a different view, but because I'm certainly not at the right camera.
No, you're
Anyway, I just went on a rampant, but I did want to make sure I mentioned the incredible gift you got me, an incredible time we had now that we have more people on.
So Tom said Mo Devlin will be speaking at BCAS March 5th.
Yeah, we're going to try to make that. I have a question up from Daniel Keeping Fish. Admittedly not a big fish keeper, but Iworth says very quietly, flower horn aren't for me either. The enlarged nuchal hump makes me feel awkward. Trimax for the win for me. Well overdue video, but worth the wait. Thank you very much, Daniel, for that.
Okay. So Neil says, time to marry Liz. I agree. Lori says
What?
she lives in Baltimore, and Chevy Fish says, I love Rusty Scupper. Their filet of sole was to die for.
Really? Now that makes me. I don't know. That Angie, I would not.
Well, when
I
it's
wouldn't
warmer,
change anything that I did. That Angie food was great.
I think when it's when the weather's warmer, we'll take another day trip and just go
we're not
down
going
and
to go
walk
to the
around.
We're not going to go to the aquarium.
No, but there's the Barnes and Noble, which has a big, beautiful South and Central American aquarium in it. And, the Rusty Scupper, there's those cute little pirate paddle boats.
Yeah, we can do that.
You
So
know?
we'll definitely make a day out of it. So, PJ, I always knew about flower horns, but never looked info on them. The video was interesting because the fish you're talking about looks better in my opinion. Always thought that fat bubble on their head looked unnatural. Now I know why. Felt that way. Thanks, Scott. My pleasure, PJ. Thank you for the question.
Mm-hmm.
Next comment. Barry Johnson, best video yet. Love some Trimax. Do more videos like this. Enjoyed it. Cover all the Amphilophus. Nice Trimax as well. His neighbor looks damn good too.
I agree, and I think you should do a video on Joker over here. We haven't done a Citronellus.
Well, that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take the next one. Guns for Fun XDM. I love these names out here. Every time I see your Trimactus, it gives me a tremendous need of obtaining one. I've been keeping Central and South American cichlids since the age of 15, and I've never owned one. That's 40 years without a Trimax. Wow. Again, and like Funk said in his comment, when he had them at his local fish store, when he was working at his local fish store, people weren't buying them. Yeah. That's 40 years without a Trimax. I sense a new large tank in the future. An ultimate goal would be breeding a pair of Amphilophus lioni and or Trimax. Yep. Thank you so much for your very enjoyable videos. Not to bash flower horns, but I also prefer natural cichlids. Nothing wrong with that.
We haven't kept a lioni in a minute.
Well, I have 4 in the other tank.
The little ones, yeah.
The little ones. Frolin Cilio. Hi, it's okay. Hi, is it okay to line breed cichlids? Yeah.
Well, I mean, people line breed all the time.
People do it.
I mean, that's how some of those African cichlids were created. Was it the lemon jake and
the sapphire?
That pink one.
I think it's okay if it's done in control. I think it's certainly important that you let people know if you sell any of these fish that they are line bred and not purebred. So, what's going on?
Chewy says, David Lucone of Fenshey Aquatics is where Michael got his flower horn. David is part of the United Flower Horn Association and is in Thailand.
Oh, really? Okay, guys, we are moving to my... You want to say something?
Well, Funk says, I have seen many flower horns die because of the big hump getting injured. It seems like a design flaw.
Yeah, you talk about, and that's a great point, Funk. You talk about bare tanks. You have to have a bare tank with these flower horns. You can't aquascape it like I do mine because of that fact. With their large nuchal humps, it's too much of danger.
And what I thought was interesting too is
Sorry, guys, I'm fine.
With the temperature change, some of the guys were saying that they have to have it at a certain temperature because if you put it in a cooler tank, they will actually deflate.
Yeah.
And not go back right.
Cichlid 23, organizing the dump I call my apartment. 500 boxes to cram into its 6,200 feet. 620
square feet.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Good luck with that.
Niels Gambino, can a big male jag live with a Trimax? When we get these questions, every person's situation is different. You can certainly try it, but you certainly need to sit and wait and watch for hours to make sure nothing happens where one gets more aggressive. But certainly have a plan B because that is two different. They're from the same area in Central America, but normally one's going to be more dominant than the other, and you got to watch to make sure someone doesn't get bullied. So the answer is yes, but you better watch it. You better make sure you have a plan B.
Right.
Scott needs more bourbon. I agree with you, JJR.
Oh, hey, Amber.
Amber's in the house. I'll stick with my Oscars.
We were just discussing her.
We were?
Yes.
When we were at the aquarium.
There's the Amazon part of the aquarium, and they have plants and pothos and all these plants. I was thinking, boy, Amber would just be pocketing clippings of each of these.
It is 7:49. Did Candy respond if there's other people coming on after us? So
I haven't seen. Oh, Fish Room Fever next with special guest, the Fish Tank Barn.
Okay, so we're going to hurry up here because I do not want to disrupt that in any way.
Right.
The last video I did was on my Oriochromis. Again, it was my birthday. You know, I had nothing prepared.
Right.
I had an inkling of an idea like Wednesday evening where I reached out to Karen Hodge and said, hey, I'm thinking about doing this video. Shoot me a little video of you just talking about your experience. Because she was there when a lot of this transpired. She was there. But as well as the Trimax video has been doing, which has been a blockbuster, this one, unfortunately, has kind of been a flop. So it's kind of ironic
Flopper.
that my flish is called Flopper and the video's flopping a little bit.
And I hate that because I love that video. I love story videos.
Yeah.
You know, where it's short, it's sweet, but it's one story about something. And I love things like that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the majority of people don't. But
Well, what do they know?
At this point, I took this about an hour and a half ago. 655 views. Average duration time is 5 minutes. It is what it is. And at some point, you just got to start.
Right.
This is my battle all the time. Do I make videos that I know are going to be successful, like Trimax, Dovide, Jaguars? Or do I do stuff that I like to do? And that's the constant battle.
And I think it's okay if you do both. You do like 2 that the people like, and then the third week you do 1 that you like, then 2 that the people like, and so on and so forth.
Well, here's the great thing about YouTube stats and the bad thing about YouTube stats. I have cut my live streaming in half.
Right.
And we did that for a reason. We want to spend more time together. We wanted to do things. And we felt like streaming every Sunday for us
it's a lot.
Was a lot. But when I did that, my stats have shown me that my money is half of what it used to be.
Oh.
And I knew, what do you mean, oh?
Oh.
And I knew that was going to happen because a large amount of what we get as far as the YouTube channel came from live feed, super chat, stuff like that. But we were willing to take that deduction in money because what's more important than us and love and all that stuff?
Absolutely.
So I have a good job, so it wasn't but I see all these downward arrows, when I look at my stats because of the amount of time the watch time is different because we're not streaming like we used to. The money's down because we're not streaming like we used to. So it's kind of depressing to look at my YouTube stats right now, but I have to keep in my mind, okay, well, you've greatly reduced what you were doing. Stay strong.
Right.
And remember that you've talked to John and Mike and other people who have larger channels, and this is a roller coaster. And sometimes you go on a roller coaster, and sometimes you have good weeks, sometimes you have bad weeks, and you just have to stay committed and believe that what you're doing is good.
So Moonstone, thank you, $9.99. Happy birthday, super chat. You're going to be getting all kinds of glasses.
Yeah, thank you, Moonstone. Funk says do 5 to 1. I know people think I'm very particular and anal and stuff like that, but I don't. It hits me when it hits me when I want to do one.
Right.
Like I know you guys think that I have like 5 videos already done, ready to go. No, I will literally wait till Tuesday, Wednesday, and say this is the idea I've come up with, and then I'll scramble to put it together. I think, and we're talking about Funk. Funk has always said this to me. If you don't think the video is up to par, you shouldn't put it out. And in retrospect, I think I could have done a better job on the Flopper video if I had just waited,
more time,
taken my time. Ted Coletti gave me a quote, but it would have been better on footage.
Right.
I completely forgot about this part of the story where you guys this is a statue of the fish that we were talking about, Flopper, the Oriochromis tankinese. And as gratitude to my service at the Cichlid Club of York and for creating the club and everything, the board actually bought this for me, had it handcrafted. It is 1 in a million. It is original. There's no other copies like it. And they had this done for me with the CCY on it and, of course, president. So this probably would have been a nice ending to that story, but I didn't do it. Just like... the fish went on to win a lot of other awards, including Best of Show at the ACA. But again, You try to cram so much in a 10-minute video, and it's really difficult. So, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully,
and Daniel says the flopper video was real, Scott. I loved it. I did too.
I appreciate that, Dan. Funk was teasing me a little bit about, he was like, even when you're not planned, you're planned.
Whatever,
but
whatever.
I think to a point, that's right. I think I did have a image in my head of what I wanted to do, but did I, sometimes I even draw stuff out, or did I have scripts or anything like that? No, I just did it straight from my head and put it all together. But I think there is some truth to what Funk said. Even when I'm unplanned, I do have something in my head of what's going on.
So Obed Winding Jr. asks, do you guys have a Midas pair?
We used to have a Midas pair. We gave them to our friend Aaron Angaloris.
And they bred for us for years. We had them.
And one of them died. Broke my heart when Aaron told me at work that one of them had died. The male had died, but we don't have them anymore. I had gotten to a point where, and there's a video actually out there where Aaron came and picked up all the fish, where I was like, here, take this. Aaron is a good friend of mine. I've known him for over 13 years, and believe it or not, he has a fish room bigger than mine. And keeps the same fish.
Well, his whole basement, is a fish room.
So I'm hoping to do a video at his house sometime soon. All right.
Ron says, I thought the flopper video was great insight to your past.
Oh, thank you very much. So we got 5 minutes before Fish Room Fever goes on. Always like to start out comments with River Life. Happy birthday. Thanks for sharing the story of Flopper with us. I appreciate that. I'm sure Candy has put a link to Fish Room Fever because I got to show my brother love and make sure people know where to go.
So real quick, Mike Fish Tank Barn had said, I made a comment about his 230 adding, I believe, what was it, Geos and, oh gosh, now I forgot. Anyways, I thought the stock list you put up sounded really amazing.
And we'll talk, Mike.
Because he'll be on the next stream.
Well, no, he's not on the next stream. Mike is not Fish Room Fever.
Fish Room Fever is doing the Fish Tank Barn.
Okay, cool.
A joint video.
Mike and I have really become close lately. In fact, every week now we get together and compare stats on our videos, which is a lot of fun because he and I are stat guys, and it's a lot of fun talking together. So, Mike, just want to shout you out. If you are not subscribed to Fish Tank Barn, definitely check him out. Great dude. Daniel Fish Keeping, love this video, so honest and raw, a wonderful insight into a story from a hobby legend. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. 3 minutes to go. I'm going to run down these questions. Marty King, and most of them are just people wishing me happy birthday, which I greatly appreciate. A picture is worth 1,000 words, and so are a bunch of emojis. A great video, Scott, and this is a wonderful look at the past. Thank you, and happy birthday. Thank you very much. That one guy, 12986. I would love a group of Tankanese for my 240 gallon. Can you find them anywhere? I've searched all over the internet and asked in different African cichlid groups. Only place I found them breeding is in Israel. We do have a person named Anthony from Cichlids who lives in Staten Island?
Staten Island, New York. S.I. Cichlids.
Yeah. And he will definitely, in fact, after I did the video, I was like, you know what, Liz, I want some more of these. So he's actually getting some for me. And if you need more information about Anthony from Cichlids, leave a comment below. I'll give you his link or contact information. 2 minutes to go. And thank you guys again for coming. I really appreciate it. Catfish Cave, happy birthday, whippersnapper. African Cichlids, unsubscribe.
Oh, no.
Beautiful fish, never seen one before. My 3 favorite riders, well, 4, if you include the goofball in the beginning. So, he's talking about Ted Coletti.
Oh, God.
Dr. Paul Lizelle, Juan Miguel, and Wayne Leibel. I'm so glad to be blessed to have friendships, relationships with all of them. I can reach out to them for information or anything at any time. Means a lot to me.
Right.
Anything over there? I keep going.
Nope, everybody's saying goodbye.
Then villain, fish shows are sadly in decline due to, ironically, YouTube, but also the sheer lack of volunteer time that is impacting all civic organizations. The Keystone class does a great job at keeping the show culture alive, as does the OCA extravaganza and some clubs in the Great Lakes with Midwest. Thank goodness for Aquatic Experience too, which we had a huge part of. When I took over as NEC Convention Mark, I wonder who this is. NEC convention marketing chair. I pushed for this, and we brought in outside clubs to show in our space. If you have a club, don't be afraid to have even a simple show and open it up to the public. Seeing real live fish can't be beat. Right. We must know this person. If he's in the NEC convention,
Dan Bellin.
We must know that person. All right, guys. One last question, and then we're going to sign off here. Jay Brez, happy birthday, my brother. Love yours and Liz Chow. Thanks for your contributions to fish keeping. Have a great day. And with that said, guys, we love you guys. Definitely go check out Fish Room Fever and my boy Fish Tank Barn. It's going to be great, and we're going to get something to eat and then head over ourselves. Talk to you later. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.